Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are reviewing the 4-inch Fortnite set Dark Series Squad Mode. It comes with 4 figures, as you can see, but one of these is not like the others. We will get to that in just a moment. I picked this up at Target for $34.99. Let's take a look at the back side of the box. Up at the top are the quotes. Raptor, Royal Test Force Pilot. Dark Jonesy, he has seen beyond the darkness. Dark Wildcard, deal a little darkness. And Dark Red Knight, Protector of the Infinite Realm. Down at the bottom is the cross sale. And for those who want to see the barcode, here it is. Let's get this set open. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. If you want to help the channel out and you play Fortnite, please feel free to add my creator code to your Epic account. It's MacDowin. The 3 on the left belong to the Dark series of skins, and Raptor over here on the right is a legendary skin. He is not part of the Dark series. I think he was included because, well, of his look. Perhaps Dark Power Cord would have been a better choice for a 4th member. Let's take a look at each of the accessories. We have a Dark Axe harvesting tool. It looks just like the standard harvesting tool that we've gotten a long time ago, but it's a dark color. Blackish, purples, and violets. We have the Thunder Crash harvesting tool. This actually belongs to Dark Bomber, and we got a solo figure of her quite some time ago. But if I remember right, she came with a harvesting tool, so we have an extra one now. We got a Dark Razor harvesting tool. This actually belongs to the skin of Dark Apex, which is kind of neat because that would be a simple repaint from Vertex, and we could have Dark Apex. It's a pretty cool looking harvesting tool, these blacks and purples. And the final harvesting tool is the Rose Glow harvesting tool. This belongs to Rose Team Leader. It's a pretty neat looking thing. You can see why they included it with its kind of a purple colors and blacks and so forth. It kind of matches the Dark series in the colors. Maybe we'll get a Rose Team Leader figure. For the weapons, we have a legendary assault rifle, a compact submachine gun, a proximity grenade launcher, and a pump shotgun. We get 4 of these really cool grass figure stand building materials. I'm really enjoying getting these. I don't think that we could ever get enough of this, because then we can build a really cool base for all these figures. And we get a building tips and tricks guide, like we get in just about every single other package. We'll take a look at Dark Red Knight first. She's really cool. I'm really excited that we're getting this figure because now it opens the door for Red Knight and Frozen Red Knight. Several other figures, especially with this tooling that we've gotten. Her head rotates quite well all over the place. She's got a wiggly head, and her arms rotate at the shoulders. Her shoulder hinges up, and her elbow rotates, and her elbow hinges, and her wrist rotates, and her wrist hinges. Both sides do. She's got a nice wiggly torso, but her waist does not seem to move either. I wonder if this is something with the female figures, because it seems like the last few female figures, the waist won't rotate. If you want her to do the splits, she can go about this far, and she can walk around like that. She's got thigh rotation, double pin at the knee, and ankle hinge and rotation. So she's got the fully articulated movements of a 4-inch Jazwares Fortnite action figure. I will point this out. The little apron skirt thing around her waist is soft rubber. It moves pretty freely, so that's not going to hinder anything at all. She's got this little bit of a point here on her chest mail area that might prevent how far forward her torso goes, but it doesn't seem real bad. It seems very workable. It's a very cool figure overall. I like the detail where it looks like we've got this chain link, chain mail, and the little glyphs on her leg there. This is pretty cool. She's got a really menacing looking face, and the horns. You know, this is a cool figure. I really like this figure, and I'm excited for what this figure means for future Red Knight figures. Next, we'll take a look at Dark Wildcard, and this is about the same, exactly the same as Wildcard and Inferno. It's the same mold and everything. Head rotates all the way around. His arms lift up at the shoulders, they rotate. The elbows hinge and rotate. The wrist rotates and hinges just fine. Torso wiggles. The waist moves around. He can do the splitsies, and he can walk around. He has got a thigh rotation, double pin at the knee, and lastly, his ankles rotate and they will hinge a little bit. This is where we get into some hindrance. So the little cuffs here on his legs will prevent him from taking his feet real far. He can't really hinge back, but he can go up one notch forward. So there's a little bit of hindrance there. As the other figures, he's got a soft rubber coat that can be taken off if you really want to. Because of the purples and the blacks, it actually gives him a kind of a cool looking look. I'll go ahead and pull this off. I wasn't going to, but we'll go ahead and pull this off real quick. But it kind of gives him a cool look. Had they painted his shirt purple beyond underneath this tie area, then this could have been really believable as a purple shirt. You could still imagine it that way, that the black is a vest and this is like a purple shirt, but it looks like a black shirt under that red tie. But it still actually looks kind of cool without the jacket. I think he looks really pretty good. So, and like I said, it's a soft rubber jacket, so it's pretty pliable, pretty easy to slide arms on and off. Puts his coat on and he's ready to go. Just forget the fact he's got no sleeves if you think of it that way. But he's decked out really neat. He's got this glyph stuff all over him. The dark glyphs. He's like a walking cube. A walking cube. Anyway, that's Dark Wildcard, a really nice looking figure. Next, we'll take a look at Dark Jonesy. He is another really cool looking figure with the glyphs all over. Another decked out with the purple and the black. I think they're all that way. I don't think I've seen a Dark series figure that doesn't have these darks and or the blacks and purples all over, but it's a really cool figure. His head will rotate. His head will go down and go up, but mine's really stiff. The arms rotate. The arms raise up at the hinge. The elbows rotate. The elbows hinge. The wrist rotates. The wrist hinges. They both do on both sides. He has a nice torso wiggle. And his waist is a little tight, but it does rotate just like that. He can do the splits about that far. He can walk around. There's this pouch on his left thigh, or his left hip area there, that will prevent from going up all the way. And I don't know if this pouch on his right side belt will prevent anything. It doesn't seem like it. His thighs will wiggle around. He's got double pins at the knee, and his ankles rotate and they hinge back and forth. So he also has all the correct articulation that he's supposed to have. He's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm looking at that face. Does that face look familiar? Maybe like an older ninja or something? I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, this is a cool figure. I really like this. I like all of them. What can I say? I don't think there's one figure from Jazwares that I've really truly disliked yet. They're all really neat in what they have to offer. And finally, the odd one out. The only one that's not a Dark Series figure, even though he looks pretty dark, if you ask me. Because he's got the reds and it's not really black. It's like a super dark gray or dark brown. But he doesn't have any of the same mix of colors of purple or black. Unfortunately, I wonder what this figure would look like if it was blacks and purples instead. This is the glow version of Raptor. Yeah. And, well, he's just like Raptor, except this one's missing the grenades on his back belt. He doesn't have the grenades. That's one of the first things I noticed is there's no grenades back there. He's got all the same articulation. He can move his head left and right and down and up, but he's got a bit of hindrance with this red jacket ruff there. He can't go all the way back, and he can't rotate his head all the way around. His arms will rotate around, and his shoulders will allow him to raise his arms, but because of the build of the body, this triangular shape, he can't put his arms straight down. He's going to be kind of sticking them out just a little bit. The elbows rotate and they hinge. The wrist rotates and hinges. And he does quite the well wiggle jiggle around the torso, and his waist moves quite nicely. It's interesting that all the male figures' waists are still rotating, but the females seem to have been blocked up for some reason. I wonder why that is. He can do the splits quite well, and he can walk around. His thigh rotates, double pin at the knee, and ankle, hinge, and rotate. And, that's all she wrote there. That's that. It's really interesting just to see some of the stuff. He's got like this wicked glow smile scrawled onto his mask. I don't know if it's stitched on or if it's scrawled on, because I do notice that there's stitches on his arms. There's a lot of little details down through here. I don't know. I don't have this skin in game, and I haven't seen it. At least if I have, I haven't seen it for a long time. Lots of little details that I'm curious why haven't been painted in. Maybe the skin doesn't have all those details painted in. It's a very nice figure. It's really cool. This is one of the early figures that got me into this line, so I really do like it. Well, yeah, this one. Jonesy was part of a Turbo Builder set, but I got the solo figures first, and this was one of my first. This may have been like the third figure that I ever picked up. It's really cool, really fun. This is a great set, great figure. And here they are all geared up, holding their guns and their harvesting tools and standing on their little green building material figure stand. This is a great set. I highly recommend it. I think $35 for 4 figures is not too bad when they're $10 each. So anyway, thank you for stopping by and watching. I have one more Fortnite item to review, but more will be coming, and I'm watching for them as we speak. If you haven't already, check out the 2021 Fortnite Toys video in the lower left corner to be informed of what's still to come. Don't forget to leave a comment letting me know what you think about this squad mode set. I will see you in the next video.